Shalom, I'm Dr. Ann Davis with Bible Interact, and I'm working on a series of short teachings on the Hebraic nature of the Old Testament. Why did God choose Abel? We learn as the firstborn son, Cain was entitled to the special inheritance of the birthright that gave him a leadership role. However, we learn that God had no regard for Cain's offering, and he chose Abel's offering instead. So why did God choose Abel and he didn't choose Cain? And will he choose you? We learn that Adam knew his wife Eve, and she conceived and gave birth to Cain. Again, she gave birth to his brother Abel. We see that Adam and Eve had two sons. The firstborn was Cain, the second was Abel. Now, as the firstborn, the Hebrew is Behor, and the firstborn has a very special inheritance. An inheritance is a double portion of the goods of his father, twice as much as all the other sons receive, because it's going to help him, enable him in his role as leader after his father dies. He's going to become the next leader of his clan or tribe. Now, Abel was the second-born son. He gets an inheritance. All the other sons get a single portion. They have to submit to the firstborn, who is the leader of the tribe. Cain brought an offering to the Lord of the fruit of the ground. And that's a perfectly acceptable offering, except he didn't give the very best. It says, you shall bring the choice first fruits of your soil. And that's why God did not accept his offering, because it wasn't from his heart. It wasn't the best that he could give. What about Abel? Abel, on his part, he brought the firstborn of his flock and their fat portions. The fat portions were burned on the altar as a sweet aroma that went up to God. If his offering is from the flock of the sheep or the goats, he shall offer a male without defect. It has to be perfect. It's an offering by fire of a soothing aroma to the Lord. And so Abel gave the firstborn, which is the best, and he gave the fat portion, which was the sweet aroma that went up to God. We have a contrast. Lord had regard for Abel. In other words, he accepted Abel's offering, but for Cain and his offering, he had no regard. He did not accept it, because Abel brought of the firstlings of his flock. And we read in Deuteronomy, you shall consecrate to the Lord your God all the firstborn males that are born of your herd and of your flock. So what's our conclusion? As the firstborn son of Adam and Eve, Cain was born to the inheritance of the birthright that gave him a leadership role. Cain was not worthy of the birthright because he did not give a pure and holy gift to God. Now, what is our gift to God? We don't give an animal. We don't give produce from the field. We give ourselves. And if you're giving of yourself, you want to give the absolute best you have to give to God. Because Abel demonstrated that he was worthy to receive the birthright because he brought a firstborn animal as a gift to God. And I ask you, are you giving each day the very best you have to offer to God? So with that, I wish you shalom.